Scorpio, your success is revealing who really supports you. Nobody warned you that success hurts, did they? It doesn't hurt because of the achievement itself. That part is sweet. It hurts because each step you climb shines a light that reveals faces around you that you no longer recognize. People you swore would be celebrating with you now look at your victories with something in their eyes that you can't name, but that feels like a silent stab. And you're confused, hurt, questioning if the problem is you, if you're changing, if you're becoming arrogant. But let me tell you a truth that will hurt before it heals. It's not you who has changed. It's that your success is finally revealing who these people always were beneath the masks of friendship they wore when you were on the same level as them. Your success didn't create enemies. It simply revealed those that already existed disguised as friends. And that is simultaneously the most brutal blessing and the most necessary lesson you will receive at this stage of your life. Because, Scorpio, you deserve to know the truth about who truly roots for you and who secretly wishes for your downfall while smiling in your face. And that truth is now being revealed in ways you can no longer ignore, however painful it may be to acknowledge. Have you noticed how certain people have stopped celebrating your victories? How do they change the subject when you share good news? How they give forced smiles that don't reach their eyes? How they always have a but, or a be careful, or a don't get too excited for every achievement you reach. This isn't genuine concern, Scorpio. It's envy disguised as caution. It's competition disguised as advice. It's bitterness disguised as realism. And you, with all your depth and loyalty, have been trying to justify these behaviors. You've been trying to believe they're just being protective, but deep down, you know the truth. You always have. You just didn't want to believe that people you loved could feel something so ugly about your growth, but they do, and now you need to decide what you're going to do with this devastating information. Let me show you exactly what's happening and why it's happening now. When you were struggling, when you were in the valley, when you were quietly building, you were safe for these people. Your struggle made them feel better about their own stagnant lives. Your hardship was comforting to them because it confirmed they weren't alone in not progressing. You were the friend who shared their misery, and misery loves company. But now you're winning. Now you're growing. Now you're becoming the version of yourself they secretly fear they'll never become. And your success forces them to confront their own choices, their own lack of progress, their own comfort zone that they call acceptance, but is actually fear of trying. And nobody likes having a mirror held up to their own self-imposed limitations. Can you see that their negative reaction to your success has nothing to do with you and everything to do with the internal war they're losing with themselves? Scorpio, you're winning. It's growing, rebuilding, taking steps that many doubted you would take. And now, as the light begins to shine upon you, the masks are starting to fall off too. Not everyone who smiled beside you wanted to see you succeed, but now your success is showing who truly supports you and who merely tolerated your presence while you remained silent. This phase of your life marks a turning point. The energy has changed. You left behind what was limiting you, and you are reaping the rewards of so much resilience, patience, and inner transformation. But along with recognition comes revelation. People who distance themselves without reason, others that belittle you with disguised comments, or those that they disappear when they should be applauding you. Scorpio, success doesn't change who you are. He changes those around him. The stars indicate that this is a phase where you need to pay closer attention. Who celebrates your victories? Who's trying to compete? And who disappears when you finally win? The answer will surprise you. For Scorpios born between October 23rd and November 2nd, this revelation is happening primarily in the professional circle. Colleagues who were once friends are now showing themselves to be resentful competitors. For those born between November 3rd and 12th, the revelation is even more painful. It's happening within the family. Relatives who should be celebrating are criticizing, minimizing, or even sabotaging their achievements. And for those born between November 13th and 21st, it's old friendships that are falling apart. People you've known for years are distancing themselves or becoming passive-aggressive as you rise in the ranks. But regardless of where the revelation is happening, the pattern is the same. Your success is acting as a character test that the people around you are spectacularly failing. And that's not your fault. You didn't ask to be a character tester for others. You just wanted to grow and have the people you love by your side celebrating. But the universe has other plans. It's showing you exactly who deserves to be by your side at the next levels and who needs to stay behind. Here are specific signs that someone doesn't genuinely support you, even when they pretend to. They always downplay your achievements with comments like, "It must be nice to be lucky," or, "Well, that was to be expected given your advantages." They never ask for details about your victories, but want to know everything about your problems. They enthusiastically share your failures, but never mention your successes. They constantly compare themselves to you, always highlighting how they are doing better in some area. They warn you about all the potential risks and problems, but never about the opportunities. They become strangely silent when others praise you. They remember all the times you failed, but forget your victories. And most revealingly, they are visibly more excited when you have a setback than when you have an advance. Scorpio, pay attention. People who truly support you vibrate differently. They ask you 1,000 questions about your achievements because they genuinely want to understand and celebrate. They tell others about your success with pride as if it were their own. They see your growth as proof that it's possible, not as a threat that they're falling behind. They push you forward when you have doubts. They celebrate your progress with disproportionate enthusiasm because your success fills them with genuine hope. They feel energized by your upward energy, not drained by it. And most importantly, they never ever try to convince you to diminish your dreams to fit their limitations. The difference is so clear when you know what to look for. But here's the problem. You, as a Scorpio, are intensely loyal. You don't want to believe that people you've known for years, who have been through tough times with you, who have shared your life, might be secretly rooting against you. You want to give them the benefit of the doubt. You want to justify strange behaviors. You want to believe you're being too sensitive. But Scorpio, your intuition never lies. If something feels wrong, it's because it is wrong. If you feel a strange energy when you share good news with someone, it's because there's strange energy there. Trust what you feel, not what they want you to believe. And here's the part that will hurt the most. Some of these people who are revealing themselves to be unsupportive are people you love deeply. They might be family members, childhood friends, romantic partners, people you imagined would be by your side forever. And the revelation that they can't genuinely celebrate your growth will break something inside you. It will make you question everything, the relationships, the memories, whether the love you thought existed was real. Let me spare you some pain. The love was real. But love isn't enough when it's not accompanied by respect, genuine admiration, and the ability to celebrate the other person without feeling diminished. Their love was real, but it was a small love, a love that only worked as long as you remained small too. Your success is forcing you to make impossible choices. Continuing to grow means accepting that some people won't grow with you. It means letting go of hands you swore you'd never let go of. It means walking alone in territories where you used to have company. And that's terrifying for a Scorpio who values deep connections above almost anything else. But here's what you need to understand. Temporary solitude is better than permanent toxic company. It's better to be alone at the top than surrounded by people in the valley who secretly want to pull you back down. And about this pulling down, let's talk about how it manifests. It's not always obvious. It's rarely direct. It's subtle, insidious, disguised as concern. It's the "Are you sure you're ready for this?" when you announce a big step. It's the "I don't know, it seems risky" when you share an ambitious plan. It's the "You're changing" said in an accusatory tone when you set boundaries. It's the remember when we were happy with simple things, when you buy something you've earned. It's the deafening silence when you need validation. It's the constant comparison with other people who are doing better. It's the insinuation that you're becoming arrogant, superficial, different, always negative, never positive. These comments are slow poison. They don't kill you all at once, but they erode your confidence drop by drop until you start questioning yourself, until you start minimizing your own achievements, until you start apologizing for doing well, until you start hiding your victories so as not to make others feel bad. So when you reach that point, you'll know you've allowed the envy of others to contaminate your relationship with your own success. Don't let that happen, Scorpio. Your achievements are no less valid because they bother insecure people. Your light doesn't need to be dimmed so that others don't feel overshadowed. If they can't see your light, the problem is their eyes, not your brightness. But what about the people who truly support you? You'll recognize them by the peace you feel in their presence, by the way they make you feel expansive instead of withdrawn, by the contagious energy of possibility they bring, by the way they challenge you to go even further, not to play it safer, by the genuine celebrations without disguised envy, by the real interest in the details of your process, not just the results. By the way, they use your success as proof that they can achieve it too, not as evidence that they are falling behind. These people will be fewer in number than you'd like, perhaps far fewer, but each one of them will be worth 10 of those who were only there during your shared stagnation. And here's something interesting that will happen. As you climb, new people will enter your life, people who are already at the levels you're reaching, people who understand the specific challenges of growth, people who don't feel threatened by your rise because they're busy with their own. And these new connections, while initially they may seem superficial compared to the old ones, have the potential to become the strongest and most genuine friendships you've ever had, because they're built on mutual respect and genuine celebration, not on shared history and comfort zones. Scorpio, you also need to examine whether you yourself are facilitating this unsupportive behavior. Do you apologize for your achievements? Do you downplay your victories when you share them? Do you hide how well you're doing so as not to make others feel bad? Are you wary of sharing good news with someone because you know how so-and-so gets? If so, you are complicit in your own diminishment. You are allowing the mediocrity of others to dictate how much you can shine, and that needs to stop now. You are not responsible for how other people feel about your success. You are not obligated to dim your light so that they don't feel overshadowed. You don't need permission to grow. You don't need to make your success palatable to fragile egos. Your achievements need no disclaimers or apologies. You worked for it. You earned it. You conquered it. And anyone who can't genuinely celebrate that doesn't deserve access to the next achievements to come. And they're coming, Scorpio. Because here's something envious people don't understand. Trying to diminish your success only makes you more determined. Every passive-aggressive comment is more fuel for your motivation. Every cell of envy you detect reminds you why you need to keep climbing. To distance yourself from the scarcity mindset that thinks one person's success diminishes another's chances. Your success doesn't take anything away from anyone. In fact, it proves it's possible. But some people prefer to believe it's impossible rather than do the work necessary to achieve it. And those aren't your people. Your ideal people are those who see you succeed and think, if he could do it, I can too. Those who study your journey are looking for lessons, not flaws. Those who ask you genuine questions about how you did it, not comments disguised as questions trying to diminish you. Those who use your journey as inspiration, not as an excuse to feel inadequate. Those who vibrate at the frequency of abundance, believing that there is room for everyone to succeed, not that they need to compete for crumbs. Now, about what to do with this devastating revelation that people you loved don't genuinely support you. First, feel the pain. Don't repress it. Don't prematurely intellectualize it. Let it hurt. Let your heart process the betrayal of discovering that people you believed were on your side were secretly rooting against you. Cry if you need to. Get angry if you need to. Feel betrayed because you were, but don't get stuck in this pain. After feeling it, decide. You don't need to confront. You don't need to expose yourself. You don't need to have that conversation where you list all the times you felt envious of them. Simply create distance. Be silent without making a fuss. Step away without elaborate explanations. Protect your future victories by sharing them only with those who have proven they deserve to know. Restructure your relationships based on observed behavior, not promises or history. And above all, free yourself from the obligation to keep certain people in your life just because they've been there for a long time. Longevity is not the same as quality. Some relationships will simply wither naturally as you move up. Conversations will become less frequent, more superficial, until one day you realize you no longer miss them. Others will require more active cuts, especially those that are actively toxic, not just passively unsupportive. And that's okay. You're not obligated to keep everyone who's ever entered your life. People are for seasons, and some seasons end. Mentally thank what the relationship was when it was genuine and free yourself from what it has become. And as for the people who truly support you, the few, the real, the genuine ones, double your gratitude and investment in them. These are the people who deserve to know your next steps. Who deserves your vulnerability, who deserve joint celebrations. Cultivate these connections as the treasure they are. Because in a world full of envy disguised as friendship, finding people who genuinely celebrate your victories is rarer than diamonds. Scorpio, your success is revealing truths. Painful truths about who the people around you are, but also liberating truths about who you need by your side on the next levels. And the greatest truth of all, you are much stronger than you imagined, strong enough to grow even when others try to convince you to diminish, courageous enough to let go of the hands you swore you would hold forever, wise enough to recognize that love without respect is not real love, powerful enough to keep climbing even when it means climbing alone. Keep growing, Scorpio, keep winning, keep building your success, and let it continue to reveal exactly who deserves to be by your side. The revelations will hurt, but the clarity that comes afterward is the most valuable gift you could receive, because finally you will know for sure who your true people are, and that certainty, however much it cost, is worth every tear you shed on the way to it. The challenge will be dealing with the disappointment. Some people you thought were essential were just there for show, and their success now is showing that their support, it had a limit. Its growth, but that's liberating too. Because now, you no longer need to pretend you don't notice. The opportunity is enormous. You will be able to strengthen true bonds. Distance yourself from those who root against you disguised as friends. And, most importantly, appreciate those who applaud you even in silence. Scorpio's energy is one of intensity. You're not suited for half measures, neither in relationships nor in dreams. So accept this revelation as a gift. Success filters through. Success selects. Those who stay now do so because they truly recognize you. Those who distance themselves do so because they couldn't bear to see their strength flourish. And the best response you can give is to keep winning in peace. Scorpio, you will realize that success doesn't make you arrogant. He made you selective. You'll look back and understand some relationships only existed as long as you needed them. Now that you are self-sufficient, everything that was false begins to crumble. And you know what? This is your liberation. You no longer need those who don't know how to handle your light. You just need to stand firm in your truth, because now you are living a new cycle, one of true recognition. Achievements built through hard work, and relationships based on respect, not convenience. Your brilliance shouldn't be hidden to please anyone. It should be kept to light your way and to inspire those who deserve to walk beside you. And you, Scorpio, Did you notice who drifted away when you started to grow up? Did you feel that your success bothered those who claimed to be close to you? If this message resonated with you, if you are experiencing this painful revelation right now, simply share in the comments, "I see who's who." Comment here what the universe has already shown you, an affirmation that you finally have clarity about who truly supports you and who was just pretending. And let this recognition free you to invest your energy only where it is genuinely received and celebrated. Subscribe to the channel, because in upcoming content, I'll teach you how to rebuild your circle with intention, how to attract people who vibrate at the same growth frequency as you, how to protect your future victories from envious eyes, how to celebrate your success without guilt, even when others can't rejoice with you. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any guidance. This is your moment of clarity, Scorpio. It hurts to see the masks fall. It hurts to realize that not everyone you loved can love you back. But this pain is the price of truth, and truth, however brutal, always sets you free. Keep rising, and leave those who can't celebrate your ascension behind. You don't need cheering, you need the truth, and now you have it.